Welcome to the SolaX instructional installation video series. We will guide you through the installation and commissioning of SolaX's X1-BOOST G4. We will provide detailed step-by-step instructions to ensure the successful installation and commissioning of SolaX's X1-BOOST G4. Before installation, we kindly request that you take a moment to scan the QR code to read the X1-BOOST G4 installation guide and familiarize yourself with all the warnings and caution notes. First, let's get started with the introduction of the X1-BOOST G4. X1-BOOST G4 integrates user-friendly controls, including DSP control, high-efficiency power components, optimal MPPT, independent MPP tracking, a wide input range, and anti-islanding features. Installation personnel must wear safety gear, and please prepare the following tools before installing the inverter. Let's briefly go over what comes in the package of the SolaX X1-BOOST G4. Now, let's have a look at the physical appearance and dimensions of the X1-BOOST G4. This series of inverters are provided with two kinds of DC switches, General version and Australian version. Australian version DC switch is divided into two types. To ensure a proper installation, please follow the guidelines. Firstly, please avoid direct sunlight, rain exposure, and snow accumulation. And select a location away from flammable materials and antennas. It is recommended to install an awning or cover over the device. Secondly, the ambient temperature should be between -25°C and +60°C, and the humidity should be within 0% and 100%. Also, the device has IP66 protection. Remember to avoid installing the device at altitudes exceeding 4,000 meters. Also, ensure the system is installed in the correct angle. For multiple systems installation, make sure to leave a minimum space of 30 cm between each system, 30 cm from the ceiling, and 9 cm from the wall. Next, we will proceed with the mounting process. First, fix the bracket on the wall. Then match the inverter with the wall bracket. Now, we'll move on to the wiring session. Please prepare the following tools before wiring. Before PV connection, make sure that the PV module output is well insulated to ground. For positive connector making, it is also necessary to follow the process of stripping, crimping, and fastening the head. Use a multimeter to measure the open circuit voltage of the positive pole and negative pole of the PV cable, and make sure the open circuit voltage is less than 560 volts. Otherwise the machine may be damaged. Finally, connect the assembled PV cables to corresponding PV ports on the inverter. Positive and negative correspondence. For AC connection, prepare a 3-core grid cable. Strip L and N wires to 52.5 mm and the PE wire to 55 mm. Use the wire stripping pliers to strip 6 mm of insulation from all wire ends. The parameters might vary because of different environment and material. Please choose appropriate cable and microbreaker according to the local laws and regulations. Separate AC connector into 3 components. Slide components 1, 2, and 3 onto the AC cable. Insert the stripped end of each 3 cables into the appropriate hole, and then tight each screw to tight each wire in place. Insert component 3 into component 2. Screw down the component 1 tightly. Finally, plug the AC connector into the grid port of inverter. Before PE connection, the appropriate PE cables should be selected. For PE connection, strip the PE cable by wire stripper. Put the heat shrink tube on and insert the stripped section into the OT terminal. Use a crimping tool to squish the terminal. Then use a heat gun to blow the tubing. Connect the PE cable and screw it to the PE port on the inverter. You can choose either to install meter or CT with the inverter, but no need of both at the same time. For CT connection, CT cables should go into pin 1 and 8. Thread the net cable into the RJ45 connector through a screw cap. Note that wiring should be according to the 568B standard. Thread the net cables into pins 1 and 8 of the RJ45 connector and crimp them. Plug the RJ45 connector into the adapter. Then plug terminal to the CT port of the inverter. Clamp the CT to the live cable, and the arrow on the CT must point to the public grid. For meters without CT connections, meter cables should go into pins 4 and 5. Firstly, prepare the RJ45 connector. Thread the communication cable into pins 4 and 5 of the RJ45 connector and crimp it. Then thread the L and N cables into the meter. Thread the communication cable into pins 24 and 25 of the meter and tighten them. Insert the other end into the COM/CT port. Note that the pin definition correspondence between meter and inverter is 4:24 and 5:25. For a meter with a CT connection, similarly connect the L and N cables to the meter. Connect meter to the inverter. Loosen the screws and connect the CT to the meter. Clamp the CT to the live cable. Note that the direction should be pointed to inverter. Insert the communication cable and connect the meter to the inverter. For monitoring connection, remove the dust cover on the dongle port. Plug pocket Wi-Fi into the dongle port. Please note that the Wi-Fi module should be put in an open space that is within the Wi-Fi signal coverage range, and the Wi-Fi router needs to be connected to a public network. Turn on the DC switch on the inverter. Turn on the AC breaker and wait for the inverter power on. Boost can support local LCD screen setting and app remote settings. If you want to know more about